Afternoon, YouTube. It's Monday, February the 8th, the day after the Super Bowl, and I got my camera back this weekend. So I left it at my mom's house last weekend after we were playing Guitar Hero Rock Band, me and my niece and my nephew and my brother and his wife and my mom and her fiance. So I left that down there. This video goes out to 1968 Hambone. He's a VW guy out in Kentucky, I think, and he wanted to see my project bug. Well, there's not much to look at. I've disassembled it, as you can see. It's sitting on blocks on a S10 pickup truck frame right now, just to save space in the barn. It's a 1975 Volkswagen Convertible. It's all there. I bought it probably 5, 6, 7 years ago. Got a decent deal on it. There's no floor in it, as you can see. What's left of it. I've got the interior. The top was shot, but I've got the interior, the glass. It needs a windshield. That was cracked. I have the back glass, the side glass, all the trim, the fenders. Everything I have is in halfway decent shape. It's got some rot in it. It sat in a field for 10 years, and I happened to see it driving by one day, and my friend said he knew who the owner was, so we went down there, and I think she wanted $1,500 for it, I think, or $2,000, I can't remember, and it was just too much to pay for it. It hadn't run in 10 years since they parked it. She never had it on the road. There's no paperwork for it. I have some contact information, but I have no title. So I told her, I said, well, I'll give you $750 cash. And she kind of laughed and said no, she had some other offers, and ended up calling me 2 weeks later and said, if you've got the cash, I'll take it. So my dad and I went over, towed it home. I got it running. Actually, the engine is sitting right there. You can see that running in another video, but I did have the car running long before I got on YouTube. So I didn't make any videos of it, but I did drive it up and down the road a couple times. I live way out in the country, and it's a seasonal limited dirt road, so nobody really says anything if I do that. I drove it around, no brakes on it except for the e-brake, and it's a lot of fun. It's like driving a big go-kart. But the undercarriage, the suspension, the body pan, everything was in such bad shape from setting that I happened to see a video on YouTube of a VW that somebody had converted to front engine V8. I think it was a 400 cubic inch they put in there, small block 400 Chevy. And I thought, hey, that sounds like fun. So I started it. I cut out the inside of the trunk, which is here on the front, for those who don't know. VW's, the engine is in the back under normal circumstances. I cut out the front, fit the V8 so that it would fit in there. I have a 350 that I think I'm going to put in there. I got to do some research on building a frame. I don't want the engine to protrude into the cabin too much because it is a convertible. And I don't want, most of the time when they do a V8 conversion, they put the engine far back, pretty much about halfway back in the front seat, and then you drive it from the back seat, which is fine and well in a closed car, but that'd look kind of goofy in a convertible to be driving it in the back seat. So I don't really want to do that. So it probably won't handle the greatest, being that the engine won't be behind the rear wheels as far as I would like it, but it's not really going to be a speed demon. I just want that engine in there just because I think that would be really cool. So it's got a long ways to go. And as you've seen in other videos, I have my Pontiac, which has a long ways to go yet, although it does run better now. And Among other projects, since we're out here, in case you were wondering, back there in the barn is another project that I have. That is parts and pieces from two 1920s church pipe organs. One is a 1926 Buell that I took out of Utica, and the other is, I'm not sure of the year nor the maker, but it came out of a church in Summit, New Jersey. I would like to get that working someday. The console is under the plastic, and someday we'll, when I get the house done, which is another project, we will be building that. So anyway, this video goes out to Hambone. Check out his page. He put a plug in his last video for me. So 1968 Hambone. He's a pretty cool dude. Got a band, Christian band, and he's a VW head. He's rebuilding the motor for his van, which is pretty cool. I don't particularly like VW convertibles. Like I said, this one was cheap. If I had to choose one, I would probably pick a pre-1966 split window van. I just like the style of those. But this is what I got, so this is what I'm doing. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next video.